What's going on, fam? AYINDI'S back again. This time I'm here with the MAFEX Batman v Superman Wonder Woman. Let me start off with her accessories. There's a lot to go over here, but I like the sculpting of the shield, and it's nicely, really well done. And on the inside too. It's nicely done. So, and the way it goes on there is nicely done. But once you put it on there, I'll get to that a little bit. Well, it's a little bit too small for her. I think this shield should be a bit bigger. It comes with it's on her, but the rolled up lasso, it's this pretty well done. See the sculpting on it, give it that rope feel, kind of. Put that back on her. I try to hang it like on the thick side so it won't look as feel as loose, and come with this part of the lasso, which is pretty nicely done also, and pretty nice that they did this like a extended version. I do wish they would have came with another one with like you could tying up with somebody, or like a version like that, like wish they had done that kind of. The sword, her sword, is nicely done also. Let's see if we can see all that. For something so tiny, they got the detail done pretty nicely in it. And it is a little on the small side, but it goes with her. That's it. The shield, I think, could have been bigger. She comes with fisted hands, which are on her. I don't know why they did two kind of hands, but one is to hold the lasso. So this one, like kind of cuffed hands. Be very careful with these if you get this, especially this one to hold the sword. It's really hard getting that what is that sword in there. Is if you can see how close it is to her, how close her hands are closed together. But it's really just be careful, and kind of open just her hand. Okay, that's her accessory. So, I was kind of thinking of a word because I didn't want to use the word loose, but what I can say is some of her articulation, she doesn't feel sturdy to me. Don't get me wrong, I'm bringing the other two, but I just worried that something would come apart on me, because MAFEX has that QC issue, and I mean, that's the only way I could describe it. It's not loose, but it just doesn't feel sturdy enough. And the only other MAFEX figure I have is this Catwoman, the Dark Knight Returns Catwoman, which I'm probably going to have to get another one, because I was trying to, what happened to me. The peg broke off in there, and I was gonna get some spare Figma parts, but somebody said that doesn't work. That they don't fit in there, so I may have to end up buying another one. But anyway, her articulation, especially in the waist, like she doesn't feel too like it feels like it'll work and it'll stay, won't get so loose over time. And this Wonder Woman kind of feels like the articulation is just not sturdy enough to, like, over time she'll get even loose. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good articulation, but just something about it just doesn't feel sturdy to me. That's just me. I don't know what it is, but it may fix that. Like, some people really have problems with some of their figures, but just I noticed that only Batman doesn't seem to have the problems. Of course, you know they. I guess they learned their lessons with the first Batmans they did, so they got him right, but they can't get nobody else right, I guess. So, bringing these two because I was waiting to do this. So, of the movie figures of her, I got, of course, she blows this one out the water, of course. Not just out the water, I mean blows it out, destroys it is a better word. She just destroys that one. So, this one is a what you call a basic figure, I guess. So, I know some people had a problem with her head sculpt not looking like Gal Gadot, but there's some, once you look at my photos, there's some angles that it does look like her, but I don't mind it. I do wish her hair was a little bit, there was more black in here than all the brown myself. That's just me. I wish there was a little bit more black with brown highlights instead of brown and a little black wash on it. Move my camera. Difference picking it up. So I do wish it was a little bit darker. I don't know if my camera's picking it up. It's making it look like it's this color, but if you can see that, so I ain't got that. So here are my three. I'm gonna move my camera. So I mean, like right now, you can tell that it looks a little bit like more like Gale than both of these two. So there's that. But articulation, real quick before I do some more size comparisons. So this hair is a soft plastic, so you can get her to turn left and right, but you gotta finagle it to get her to stay there. So there's that. Little bit of tilt effect, not that much down, not up due to the hair sculpt. Her shoulder is on this joint. It's like a ball joint and a hinge, so you can pull it down. I know that doesn't look right. You can pull it down like that to get extra range of motions, but that gives you your bicep swivel up in there. So hinge doubles, double jointed right there. Wrist. Now I'm kind of glad the fists come off easy, but putting the other hands is kind of tricky, so be careful about that. But that's the joint, so you get your range of motion out of that. The diaphragm joint is, I like that. All kinds of range of motions there, and a waist swivel, all kinds of range of motions, so get that kind of ab crunch and back. Now I'll show you the legs, not being a pervert, just showing you the joint in there. So she has that, kind of like the shoulders, so you get that pull down effect, like like the old figure arts used to do. So fresh the range of motion, up that far. Get your thigh swivel out of that. Double jointed knee. I like how that covers that up, but once you do it, you know, you gotta get that. But uh, kind of like the wrist, but it's a hinge there, so you get that up and down. Swivel, kind of a swivel, but you gotta finagle it to get the rocker out of it, to get an ankle rocker. So, like I said, some of the articulation, like the leg, that is not loose, but it just doesn't feel like. Over time it's gonna be doing all that. It'll become loose, because it doesn't. Only the word I can say is sturdy. But I'm just kind of finally glad to get the figure, but I wish she felt a little bit more sturdier. That's all I can say. That's the best way I can put it. I just wish she felt a little bit, her articulation felt a little bit more sturdier to me. So, but I'm happy. But like I said, I'm hoping that over time, you know, posing her, that she doesn't become so loose due to their QC issues. And I don't know if I'll be doing another MAFEX for a while. So I brought you some other, just to do real quick, some other size comparisons, you know, with the standard figure arts, Marvel Legend, Bucky Cat mold, and an Icons, which probably more best to go with. She has this weird, she's in this weird spot where, I don't know. So that's just a size comparisons, you know. So trying to make this quick so I don't be long rendering on this computer. So anyway, this has been my look real quick. And I know she's been out for a while, but I'm just messing around with her. So I had to try to come up with a word. The word is sturdy. We just wish she was a little bit sturdier. So anyway, this has been my looks at this figure. Stay around for some photos, and until next time, don't support scalpers.